This video is brought to you by the lovely sponsors below. Thank you so much for your support. Welcome fellow masters, my name is Musaki from Chaldea Gurus, and this time round I wanted to explore some lesser known aspects of the game that may end up helping you down the line. This will make its own series called The Drawing Board. Though let me be clear, the things we will talk about here are not basics. These are things that dig deeper into how everything works behind the scenes. Hopefully, this will help you plan out your future decisions and team compositions. For this first episode, we'll be talking about something quite simple: Noble Phantasm levels. In the game itself, you'll only see a level indicator next to the ability or damage text. But what do they mean? The most obvious thing it modifies is the Noble Phantasm's main ability effectiveness. If it's a damage ability, then the damage will go up from this level, from 1 to 5. The scaling itself is interesting to look at, because it is not linear. The largest bonus is from level 1 to level 2. After that, at level 3, the bonus gets halved. And at level 4, the bonus is at a quarter then from level 2. Finally, when you get to MP level 5, you get that last quarter bonus. It's the same one you get at level 4. The graph behind me will show you how that bonus looks. The maybe lesser known parts lies with your overcharge, but not directly. You see, when you raise a servant to MP level 2, you also unlock the ability to charge their MP to 200%. And at MP level 5, it goes up to 300%. This is important to note if you care about a servant's overcharge effect, but it does not mean that an MP level 1 servant cannot reach overcharge level 5. For example, you have craft essences like the Kiara CE, Demonic Bodhisattva, and servant abilities like Edison's Concept Improvement A+, can boost a servant's overcharge level without relying on the percentage. However, there's another way to boost overcharge levels, and that is with the Noble Phantasm chain. In said chain, the Noble Phantasm will gain an additional overcharge rank equal to the number of Noble Phantasms that came immediately behind it. This means that for 3 Noble Phantasms at 100% with no other modifiers, the first one will be at overcharge level 1, the second one will be overcharge level 2, and the third will be at overcharge level 3. These two factors have made it so the more experienced players only consider 3 MP levels as thresholds. Getting a servant at MP 1 is the first one, since this is where you unlock their use. Getting them at MP 2 gives them the largest power spike, since everything that follows qualifies as diminishing returns and unlocks 200% charge. And finally, getting them at MP 5 means that they are at the strongest they can possibly be and unlocks 300% charge. Of course, if you get one as a spook or run out of funds before getting to that next threshold, that doesn't mean you should just burn them. The higher the level, the higher the effectiveness of the Noble Phantasm. If there's one more thing to talk about, it's about the Noble Phantasm's card type. Depending on the servant you look at, it's quite likely that will have a standard damage curve. For example, the older AoE Buster servants will go from 300 to 500%, while the newer ones, including interludes, go from 400 to 600%. Artorial Altar Saber and Santa are exceptions to this rule, going from 450 to 650% without any buffs from the time of their release. Saber Lily also counts as an exception with an MP scaling at 300 to 600%, and after interlude she has 400 to 700%. And Arash, who dies from his Noble Phantasm, gets a base scaling of 600 to 1000% before his interlude, and 800% to 1200% afterwards. But as of the time of this video, there are no other Buster AoEs who stray from that rule. The standard values for a Noble Phantasm scaling depends on its card type and reach, as shown in this table here. Single target quick MPs usually deal the same amount of damage across the board, but there are some exceptions, so look out for them if you want to know more. The scalings aren't the only differences between them. Behind the curtain, each card type has an associated damage multiplier. The scaling exists for all card types and when you select them in your turn, but we'll leave that can of worms for a future episode. However, if we applied them directly, for the sake of skipping a lot of explanation, we would have this. As you can see, as confusing as it may seem, quick MPs seem to be the ones that deal the most damage. However, there's one reason most players will keep going for the Buster Noble Phantasms, and that reason is, well, Merlin. Having a dedicated performance support helps quite a bit, and even free-to-play players can find a quick alternative with Shakespeare. This is the reason Scotty makes an impact in FGO at her release, and we're not even talking about the quick Noble Phantasm looping capabilities. And this was just a behind-the-scenes look at what MP levels mean. I'd like to personally thank DaringDan for helping me come up with this. It was his idea to start this series. He wanted to dig a little deep into the nitty-gritty of the game, and I, for one, definitely am all about that. So if you guys want to see more about this, definitely let me know. Like it, favorite, subscribe, comment. Let me know that this is what you want to see, and we will push forward with even more episodes. I can guarantee you we got a couple things down the line that you guys might like. Anyhow, my name is Musaki from Chaldea Gurus, and we are logging out. See ya.